Hello, Stop fidgeting with light, Patrick. It's alright. This is, it's wobbly. It's only just sitting on there. Oh. Midnight Charlie man, Patrick here. Hello, how are you doing? Happy New Year for 2023. So it was a big week. It was a big last 2 weeks of the year of 2020. It was really big, and I was under a certain amount of pressure, a certain amount of stress. I'm just going to leave this alone now, okay? This light. I'm so not satisfied with it. Why is it doing what it's doing? It's oh, I think that's this thing down here. It really doesn't matter at the moment. It's my OCD. Okay, so there was a lot of pressure on myself. Put a lot of pressure on myself in a sense. The last 2 weeks of the year, it was the last 3 weeks of the year, and then what happened was about 10 days before New Year's Eve, about 10 days before the end of the year, I thought I want to be done with the archives. I want to get through all the archives, which involved about, I think it was about 50 videos, I think, and around about December 25, I was only up to February of last year, because way back last year I had decided to take a left turn. I took a left turn and I just decided to go into all the archives just to get them up to date, but I thought that would take me 2 weeks, and it didn't take me 2 weeks. I think that actually took a year. It took about a year. I didn't realise that it would. And so, a big weight was lifted, and there was about 30 videos there, maybe 40 videos. I skimmed through them. I watched most of them through, and I was thinking, is this entertaining? Is it informative? Is it going to be inspiring or helpful? Is it something? And a lot of it, like, I watched all the way through, and some videos I actually watched through a couple of times. Actually, there's a couple of videos. There's a couple of videos which I was let me put them through shotcut. I was going to put them up, and some of them are interesting for myself. They're great for me to look back on, and I think, okay, what value does it have to an audience? Kind of just a lot of the videos. There was a whole bunch of videos there where I was really just explaining myself. I was just explaining about previous videos that I put up at Joshua Street, and it was like, I didn't really need to explain things. I've already done that before, and I waded through all this stuff. Some of it was a bit heavy, and I thought, because there was 40 videos there, like about 40 videos, and I thought, oh, it'd be really nice. I'm just going to use 10, because it's just really nice if I don't need to upload them, and it turned out to be the case. Very happy about it, because I thought, I don't want us to continue past 2022. I do not want to go into the new year. I'm still working on the archives. Heavy, stressful, no, and really good. As I said, I watched all of them. Someone watched 5 seconds. I was like, no, not that one, because it was, yeah, and it's a very big relief, very, very big relief. Oh, and yeah. What was I going to say? I don't throw any of the footage away. I delete certain things, but 90% of the footage is in the archives. Is put it on the external hard drive. I actually don't throw it away. It's just there. It's just there in the archives, and I think I ended up putting, after, what was it, December 20, I think I ended up putting 5 or 6 up. I thought, geez, I thought, I don't want to put 50 videos up. I got 50 videos up in 2 weeks. And so I spent about, this is after December 20, between December 20 and December 25, I watched about 40 videos. I just watched them. Some of them I skimmed through, some of them watched them, and six are up. And then I got to the last one, which was the YouTube editor. Not realizing that was the end of it. It was the end. And I watched it, and I'm like, I looked at the dates, and I said, oh, that's the end. That's the end of the archives. That's the end of the archives. Made me very happy. Made me very happy. And just really good. It's really good. 2023 clean slate. There's no archives. There's no archives left to put up. Just what I film now. And so what of my channel? What of my channel? Well, I was just saying I'm very proud of my channel. And what can I do now? Well, a little bit of the same, but movies and music. I'm talking about movies and music all day, and that's probably what I'm going to do. That was an original intention from a few years ago when I first started the channel, and it can be that. I've got opinions on other stuff. Movies and music, I think, yes, and off the top of my head, I got a couple of movies I can talk about off the top of my head. So happy about the archives being finished. Really, really good. And I mentioned it to Michelle. I said, I finished. She's like, oh, you finished? She got a couple of very important things done herself. She's working on the first novel at the moment. She's been making really, really good progress with that. And now I can focus on my screenplay. In fact, I've already devoted a few hours to my screen. I devote a lot more to it, though. I'm going to continue on my screenplay now. It was heavy. I was traumatized, and the Sega World video, that's the big Sega World video, goes for 2 hours and 53 minutes. I actually had one version that ran for 4 hours. Shotcut didn't like that very much. That traumatized me a bit. Okay, so there is a video. I put together a Shotcut, and I've ummed and I've ahed whether I would upload it. And I filmed it a while ago as part of the archives. And at the moment I'm not putting it up. It's just it's a bit of a sour note, and it's like, is it necessary for me to put it up? And so at this point, no. It's just one of the things that the archives was one thing. But that SeaWorld video, SeaWorld Sydney video, I got a bit of stress from that. There was a bit of trauma, a bit of stress. That took a lot out of me. It's really quite refreshing after that to work on 5-minute pieces and 10-minute pieces. Quite refreshing. I love. Oh, and also, why wasn't I using Adobe Premiere Pro? Because of this factor. I love Adobe Premiere Pro, but the thing is with my computer's a bit funny with it. My Windows 10's Windows 10, yes, it's just that my computer's a bit funny with it because I'm on 4 gigabytes of RAM, and I've been finding out a lot about computers in the last few days, a lot that I didn't previously know before, because I'm computer hunting. So, Adobe Premiere Pro works okay, it works fine, but it freezes up, it stops working. But if I have Shotcut on at the same time, and I've already put the file through Shotcut, and keep Shotcut up, and then turn Adobe Premiere Pro on, then Adobe Premiere Pro will work. It'll work. And over the past 10 days, and putting I didn't want to do anything twice, so it crossed my mind to do so, to put it through shotcut, and then to bring a Adobe Premiere Pro up, and then do it again with Adobe Premiere Pro. I thought, I don't have that kind of time. Just push through it, put through the shotcut, quick. Just get it done. It takes 1 minute. It takes 1 minute. It takes 8 minutes of my time. I don't know, anywhere between 8 and 12 minutes work on a 5-minute video, I suppose, maybe 20 minutes. And I thought, oh, should I just put this through Adobe Premiere Pro? And I just don't have that kind of time. I want to see, I want to get this done before New Year's Eve. It was December 30. December 30, I finished the archives. I finished them December 30. I feel really good about that. I feel really, really, really good. So yes, and also something else I could say now, because I was waiting for a certain amount of videos before I said, if you like my content, I've never said this before, if you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like the video, please click the like button, which will help my algorithm, which will help the algorithm, which will help my algorithm. So if you like my channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you. I waited so long to say that, because I just want to wait until I have a certain amount of videos before I'll actually say that. I have some decent content before I say that. I think you should wait till you have decent content before you say that. And I was just upstairs now, and I thought, because I had this video, I kind of had filmed this in my head before I'd done it, and I was upstairs now, and I thought, I'm going to get downstairs and film this now. I'm going to go down and do it now. I'm thinking about uploading it today. And the great thing is that there's no back footage, isn't it? There's none. I've gone through all the archives. There's just this now. That's it. Fantastic. And it's January 3. It's January 3, and it's 4:40. Oh, my parents bought me this watch for Christmas. They bought me this watch for Christmas. I haven't worn a watch in like 20 years, because I prefer my mobile for the time. And they bought me this watch for Christmas. At first I was like, oh, I love the big watch. And so I was like, but I'm getting used to it. I'll really like it. And I just do this now. It's just good. It's like I was a bit trapped for a year, trapped myself for a year. I mean, I didn't have to do it, but I wanted to do it because I didn't want to hang over me in the archives. It's finished, it's done. It was a bit traumatic and stressful, some of that, doing it, because looking at really old footage. Partly fun, bit stressful. It's done, it's finished. Movies and music now, I think. Movies and music now. I've got a lot to say about it. Alright, and thank you. And Midnight Charlie Man, Patrick Kieran, and I will probably speak more soon. Probably I think a movie review. I'll talk about a movie. Possibly on Below the Cuckoo's Nest. Maybe Apocalypse Now. There's a lot of stuff I can do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you. Just very quickly, I'm talking like December 22nd, December 23rd, December 24th. I was up to about maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just to get it done, get it out of the way, get it done, and I was really excited about it. And I was looking at and I was also looking at some files I hadn't necessarily seen before. And as I said, I thought, oh, will I upload it? When I uploaded it, I examined it. I thought, is it good for an audience, or do I just am I the only one that needs to see it? And I was like, yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, improve my algorithm, oh yeah, improve my algorithm, oh yeah, improve my algorithm, oh improve my algorithm, oh improve my algorithm, oh improve my algorithm.